How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Week 5's official Krunker Q&A video. This week, I once again had the pleasure to talk with Sidney and had the chance to answer a bunch of your questions. I hope you all enjoy. So without further ado, let's slide straight into this week's Krunker Q&A. This question comes from TenorSine, and that is, how did Charge Rifle come to be? What kind of evolutionary process did it go through during its development?
So we were looking at adding a new weapon to the game quite a while ago, but we thought we pretty much had everything, ranging from rocket launchers, assault rifles, pistols, single shot weapons, bolt action rifles, all that sort of stuff. But what we didn't have yet was this sort of charge rifle mechanic that we had seen in Apex Legends. So we thought that'd be a cool thing to adopt for Krunker, but obviously with Krunker's gameplay being a little bit different, we had to adjust for that. So we did a lot of testing and we found that it wasn't quite effective against a lot of the classes because obviously it takes a lot of time for the charge rifle to charge up. And then on the final shot, it does a lot of damage. So it's just a completely different play style. And personally, I still think it needs adjusting. It's not in a perfect place where I would like it to be. But yeah, I mean, the original concept definitely worked out. Seeing as you're quite high level, the person that asked this question, but I think it needs a bit of balancing and maybe some adjustments to the way it works in Krunker's sort of gameplay.
Testament asks, why are we constantly told about quote-unquote upcoming features that come out way later than told or never at all?
So this is a genuine question. I mean, it's something that I say we, but mostly me, have been dealing with for the last 4 to 5 years, however long Krunker's been out. I think it's a bit of a personal issue where I make promises that I don't tend to keep, and I'm trying to work on that just from a personal level. But I think we need to, in the future, maybe not make promises that we don't know when the release date's going to be. I think that's a big problem where we say, for example, we're going to work on Clan Wars, it's going to come out soon, but we don't know how soon that really is. And we end up working on something for 2 to 3 months, or it gets pushed back because of other features, and then it ends up not coming out. And then it looks like, obviously, we're not delivering on what we promised, which is true. But a lot of the time, there's legitimate reasons for that. And obviously, I think we just need to get better at communicating what we're working on at the moment and also knowing when something is going to come out so we can actually make a promise that we can stick to. Because right now, I think it's a bit of a mess when it comes to promising certain features and delivering on them on time. But yeah, there's obviously things that come up in the process, or some things get pushed back or cancelled. We're open to hearing suggestions on how to do better with that. Like, do we put out videos or posts showing this is what we're working on right now, or do we use these Q&As to kind of talk about what we're working on, or I don't know how we solve that problem.
And this question comes from, you guessed it, your mum. Will we ever see the first Halloween raid return to the raids loop?
Yeah, so we spoke about this yesterday, actually, and we're going to bring it back. We thought, now that we have a raid queue system and stuff, and we already have the 2 raids of, Tortuga and the laboratory, we thought we'll bring back the original Halloween raid. Obviously, we have to fix a few things because the raid system has changed since we added the 2 new ones. But yeah, we're going to bring it back very soon.
Nicholas M asks, what do you guys plan on doing to improve server lag and mouse flicks?
As far as the mouse flick issue is concerned, I think we released in the previous update, we released a setting that you can enable. It should help you with that. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. It's in the experimental section in the settings. You should be able to find it there. As far as server lag is concerned, this is an ongoing thing. Like I said in the previous Q&A, it's not something that we can just fix overnight. We're trying different things. I mean, there's a new way that we're thinking might work where we separate out the custom games from the regular pub matches, because currently they're all running on the same loop. Whereas if we separate them out and have them all running on separate loops, I think this could help a lot with the server lag and the lag spikes, and also with the input failed 3 issue that we've been seeing.
KBOutOfContext asks, zombies update when?
So I really want to update zombies. I think it's one of the funnest things personally I've worked on in the last little while. We want to add new bosses, extend the map, and then also definitely add a new zombies map with different zombie types and a bit more of a challenge. I would like to change the way zombies works a little bit too in the new map, where it's not just you defending a robot, but actually something a bit closer to how Call of Duty Zombies works with repairable walls and things like that. But we're looking at that for the near future. It's difficult to say when exactly that's going to be, but I'm really looking forward to working on that.
This next question comes from Dohza, and that is, has adding more attachments or even perks ever been considered?
Yeah, so we've thought about adding more attachments. The problem is with balancing in general. Let's say we add like a grip attachment that reduces recoil. It's going to affect all of the weapons, and it's hard for us to fully know what the impact is going to be across all the classes. You can already see if we're changing one weapon in the game, it has a pretty big impact on everything in the game. So if we're adding an attachment that's going to change all of the weapon performances, then obviously that's a lot more stuff to consider. So we have thought about it, but we didn't want to mess with the balancing in a big way like that. But yeah, something to think about.
Drynkmilk asks, is there going to be a regular cycle of event spins, such as the Easter spin or Christmas spin?
Yeah, so we definitely want to keep up with all the events, the seasonal ones, so Easter, Christmas, Chinese New Year, etc. And the way we can do that now with the new ticket system is to release ways. For example, on Easter, you might be able to get Easter tickets, and you can redeem those for Easter spins. Now, if you choose not to redeem them, obviously those will increase in value over time. And we want to do the same thing starting very soon for Christmas and all other types of events throughout the year. So the ticket system is definitely very helpful when it comes to that.
Exponential Lion 982 asks, when will you add emails and password recovery?
So actually, this is something that's coming in the very near future. We've looked at this quite a bit. I think the benefits obviously will be not only having more security for your account. So if you have a lot of items and stuff that are very precious to you, it's going to be harder for people to get to your account. Almost impossible actually at this point. And then also the ability to recover your account if you've lost your password. So this will be automated now. It won't be as difficult as it is currently. And I think that's why we're prioritizing it and adding it in the very near future.
This question comes from ashevoii, and that is, why is premium not KR anymore? Even if it's making more money out of the game, there's much better ways to do so.
Yeah, so you're saying that there's a lot better ways to make money. Obviously, it's not all about making money, but we have certain targets, obviously, that we have to hit. We have to stay profitable for the game to continue to grow and for us to hire more people and stuff and to do advertising. But I think the way we thought about it was that this is a non-intrusive way to get revenue from the game. Obviously, with premium, you don't lock anything behind premium that you can't really get otherwise in the game. Yeah, it gives you certain benefits with the customization options. You can earn a little bit more KR. Certain ads don't show up, but it's not like we're locking key gameplay elements or classes or anything behind the premium feature. All of the stuff that you get with it, I think they're just little improvements, cosmetic improvements, but nothing that gives you actually like a huge benefit. So we thought it'd be an okay way to do it. Obviously, we want to keep iterating on it and add more benefits to premium, possibly lower the price, and maybe possibly we're discussing internally adding back the option to buy it with KR. Now, this is not a promise that we're doing that, but we're thinking about it. But obviously, we just have to think of ways to make money from the game that is non-intrusive, because the last thing I want to do is add pay-to-win stuff or anything like that. But we do have to stay profitable. I think that's just the reality of being a business and having people working in a big company. So there's really no way around it. And we are aware of bigger companies like EA and stuff, the way they do things. We don't like that, and we're trying our best to stay away from those sorts of practices.
This great question is from Cows Are Cool, and that is, why can you call the KPD in a trade lobby but not a custom?
The reason you can call them in a trade lobby and not in a custom match is because the trade lobby, there's an actual impact on someone's inventory / wallet. So this means there's a direct impact to your account. In a custom game, you're much less likely to have anything impact your account. Yeah, in a custom game, someone might swear, someone might act in a way that may break terms of service, but it's very unlikely. Whereas in trade lobbies, it's actually quite common for people to try to scam you or to steal things from your account. So that's why we've allowed that. And we have KPD officers joining games very frequently. So if we added customs to the call list, it would be a bit overwhelming for them.
Alrighty, everyone. I believe that concludes our 5th official Q&A video. Thank you so much for watching. If you all enjoyed, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. On that note, my name is Poison, and we'll see you next week.